Okay, so this is how to get the capacity or the volume of your soap mold, so that after making your soap you don't have excess butter left and you don't have anywhere to pour it to. So we are going to measure the length. The length is here, from here to here, okay? And then the width, that is here to here. And then the depth from that is the inside, okay? We are going to measure it in centimeters, so I'm using a tape measure. You have to measure it inside so that you get the accurate measurement. So with this one is 26, okay? Exactly 26. That is the length. Then the width. So the width is 6.5 centimeters. Alright, then we calculate the depth. 7.5. Okay, so after getting our length, the width, and then the depth, we are going to multiply the three. We are going to multiply the length times the width times the depth, so it will give us the total volume. So we are multiplying 26 times 6.8 times 7.5 equal to, so we use the calculator. So (26) times 6.8 times 7.5, so that is 1,326 grams. So it means that the total weight of the soap butter that this soap mold can take is 1,326. So that will be the total amount of the soap butter. Now, how do you get the total amount of oil? You know, oil is not the only liquid. We use the lye solution as well. So this is what you do. You use 70% of the total amount you got, okay? Use the 70%, like 70% of this total amount should be oil, then it will be correct. So how will we get the 70% of 1,326? Just multiply 1,326 by 0.70. So we are finding the 70% of 1,326 grams. Okay, so this is the answer we got: 928.2 grams. So it means that you will need 928 grams of oil, okay, to get this. Now when you get the grams of oil, the soap calculator will tell you the amount of lye and water to use, and then you can make your soap. Okay, so if the calculation we just did is confusing to you, you can equally use the scale, okay? So you just put your mold on the scale and then you click on tar so that it goes back to 0. Then you pour water. I added the wood because the silicone mold is very soft. So you pour water to get the grams. So we have gotten 1,000. I want you to look at it very well. 1,357 grams. Can you see it? 1,000. It's here. 1,000. So let me just let the lights come again. 1,357. So we've gotten 1,357 grams. Okay. So with this one, then you just get the 70% of the 1,357 grams, and it will give you the total amount of oil you need. Okay, so assuming you are using this type of mold, okay, the singular ones like this, you use the same method. So you click on tar, it comes to 0, then you pour water in it. So I have 56 grams over here. Okay, so 70% of this should be the oil. So we just find 70% of 56 grams, and then you get it. So assuming you have 10 of this, just multiply it by 10. That is 56 times 10. That will be 560 grams. And then you look for the 70% of 560 grams. And that will be the amount. The answer you get will be the total weight of your oil. When you get the total weight of your oil and you enter it in the soap calculator, it will tell you the amount of water to use and the amount of lye to use. Okay. Now it's the same for a type like this also. So you still click on tar, then you pour in 1. So that is 88 grams. 88 grams. So you multiply it by 6. Since we have 6 cavities over here, you multiply it by 6 to get the total weight of a soap butter this will take. So 88 times 6, whatever amount you get, you find the 70% of that amount, and that will be the total amount of oil you will need. If you are using this smaller type, the example I gave, the kitchen one, you do the same thing. Just pour the water to the level in which your soap will be. So this one is 165 grams. Okay, I hope you can see it well. 165 grams. Yeah, so you multiply it. If assuming you have the same size of these containers, maybe 2 or 3, you just multiply it by the total number, get the 70%, and then you get your oil. Okay, so assuming you didn't understand what I did the first time, okay, I'm doing it again. So assuming you have 2 of this, okay, the total we have here is 156 grams. So we'll multiply 156, assuming we have 2 of this soap mold, okay, 156 times 2. 156 times 2. Let me just push this thing away from here. So 156 times 2 equals 312. So 312. So that will be the total grams of our soap. Okay, now we need to get 70% of this for us to get the total amount of oil. And for you to get 70% of 312 grams, you need to multiply 312 times 0.70. Okay, then you get it. So let's do it here. 312 times 0.70, and the total is what? 218.4 grams. So you will need 218 grams of oil to make soap. To get 2 containers, and to get 2 of these containers of soap, you need 218 grams of oil. I hope I'm not confusing you though. All right, so I'll see you in the main group.